A big yo and a big hello, everybody. Mike here, baseball collector, and we're to the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. I got some mail to show off, a package that I got, and some talking to do. So last night, man, so much fun. If you haven't seen it yet, I did a deal called Open Mic Night last night, live on my channel. Something different. I was thinking about it. It's been kind of percolating in my brain for the last few days. And so I called up Andy. She blinded me with refractors and said, all right, Andy, I've got this crazy idea. What do you think? And I told him about it. And he said, sure, let's do it. And I said, well, right now, let's do it right now. And sure enough, we got on to StreamYard, started a live stream. And the idea was simple. Get on and see who wants to join us on the live stream, who wants to. And the way StreamYard works is you basically invite people by emailing them a link into the broadcast, and they can turn on their mic, turn on their camera, and come on with us and talk with us. And we didn't know how it was going to go. I certainly had no idea who would show up, if anybody would watch, who would care, how it would go. And I'm telling you, it went really, really well. We had a great time doing it. And I'm sure a lot of you guys that weren't able to be on the live stream haven't watched it yet because it's over 2 hours long. So you probably looked at the video in your feed and went, oh, I'm not watching that, or I'll watch it later, or what dumb stuff is Mike doing now? And I would encourage you to go watch it, even if it takes you a few times, a few sessions to watch it. It was a whole lot of fun. We got a lot of guys in there that honestly I hadn't talked to before at all, or I hadn't seen comment on my channel or anything. We got a couple of new guys that are new to the community that said, sure, I'll get on. And it was literally just offered out there to whoever wanted to send their email and put their email on there to come on with me and Andy. And, I was juggling people and trying to kick people off to let others on so that we could just cycle through and get as many guys as we wanted or as we could on the live stream. And man, it was so much fun just talking about all kinds of different stuff, hence the name Open Mic Night. So that's something that Andy and I are talking about doing on a regular basis. And I say regular, maybe we do it once a month or something. But we'll try to do a better job of announcing when that's going to be. But even with just doing it completely impromptu and off the cuff, we had 80-something people in the live stream and a whole bunch of views since then. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about that. If you haven't gone back and watched that, I'd love to hear some feedback, how we could do it better maybe. Andy knew it was on my channel, so if it blew up and was terrible, it was on my channel. So, but no, he was a great sport. He's a great friend, and he's really good at it too. And it takes two of us because so many comments are going, that one of us had to kind of keep the conversation going, which was kind of Andy's role. And my job was just to kind of keep track of the comments and throw stuff up on the screen. And so technology can be both annoying and great. I was already shot this segment that I'm about to talk about right now, but my mic had crapped out on me. So I'm not even using a mic. I'm just talking straight into the camera. Hopefully that will be just fine. But I got a care package today, like a Christmas package today from someone. It just said Fox, and it was from Florida. So I knew immediately who it was, that it was from MP Fox and MC Fox. And great father-son team, great channel. And so I've already opened it and talked about it, so now I'm just going to do it again because I already did it. But first thing he sent was a Christmas card, which is always cool. It says Mr. Baseball Collector. Got that right, Mr. Baseball Collector. And very pretty Christmas card. And it says in here, a very Merry Christmas to the whole Baseball Collector family. Here is another spider for your No Card November. All the best, Matt and MC Fox. And so during No Card November, I was working on my Spider-Man collection, getting comic books and stuff. And so I guess he sent me a spider something, and he did. Matt sent me a PSA DNA slabbed autograph of Spider Jorgensen who is a player I had never heard of. And so I had to go look him up and figure out some stuff about him. But Spider Jorgensen played for the Dodgers in 47 through 50. Played on 2 World Series teams, the 47 and 49 teams, that both of them lost to the Yankees. But he did get to play with Jackie Robinson, which is cool, in his first season. He didn't play he didn't come to the major leagues until he was 27 years old, so he didn't play a very long time. And he played one kind of full-time year, and after that he was kind of a platoon player, bench player, but really neat. I've never had a Spider Jorgensen autograph before, nor have I even, what a cool name, Spider Jorgensen. So that is that, man. Thanks, Matt, for that. I appreciate it. Always cool to get stuff in the mail from people, and really generous of you. So now let's get on to some mail. I got some really good stuff. So let's get to it. Hang on one second. All right, guys, here we go with the mail from today. Other than the great package from Matt, I got a couple of Hall of Fame autographs in. And I got these because I got a bunch of these other cards that you're going to see, some of the other slabs from the same seller. And so I always try to look at what the other stuff is for sale. And he had this very nice little Dennis Eckersley personal endorsements from Topps Pristine autograph. It's very shiny in the light, but otherwise kind of hard to see, quite frankly. I don't think it's numbered. No, not numbered. But this was like $4. So I was like, okay, I'll grab that because it didn't add to the shipping cost. One of them I actually really wanted was this one. This is Dick Williams, 1975 Topps. And I love that, because it's a kind of player era, in this case manager era autograph of him when he was managing the Angels. So love that. Again, like $5 or $6 maybe I paid for that. So yes. Let's get to the first slab of the day. This is not from the same seller. I'm going to have to adjust my camera here a little bit. Let's get that rolling right. And that's this one right here. I told you guys I had gotten one of these. Little Ted Simmons rookie card. Now that he's in the Hall of Fame, had to go out and get his. I got this, I think, Saturday night, late before the announcement on Sunday. So glad that I did, because the prices have gone way, way higher. And I was able to pick up this 7. And I'm learning a valuable lesson here. What you bid and what you pay are two very different things. And that's always been true. But in this case, the final auction ending price on this card was like $130 for a 7, by the way. The 8s are $400, $500, $600 now. It's crazy. But it's a 71 Topps. And it's not a card that has a huge population. That'll change, obviously. People will start sending in this card like crazy. But $130 was what the final auction price was. I ended up paying $145 after taxes and shipping and all that kind of stuff. So it's just something you really have to think about as you're auctioning or bidding on stuff, what you're really going to pay versus what you think you're going to pay at the beginning. And you have to adjust your auctions accordingly, your prices you're willing to pay. So next up is a card from the 3-decade set that I'm doing, and I feel like every once in a while I need to remind people what my 3-decade set is, and it's simply an attempt by me to get every Topps card picturing a Hall of Famer from the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. So those 3 decades, and I'm looking for really collector grade if I can get it, but if I can't, I just, especially on some of the stuff like these leaders cards, I'm willing to just accept a nice copy of the card, in this case of PSA 5. And on here pictures 3 Hall of Famers, the 68 Topps, 67 home run leaders, Hank Aaron, Ron Santo, Willie McCovey, and then you have Jim Wynn in there. That's a PSA 5. And so I've been working on this 3-decade set, and I decided to add the 50s to that to turn it into a 4-decade set. And for a while there, I was just going after Topps cards. I had quite a few of them already, so adding them in wasn't that big a deal. Well, then I started thinking, the 50s, Topps doesn't even have cards in the whole decade of the 50s. I mean, 51 is their first year, and it's not really gum cards. They're a game card, and, but guess who was making baseball cards all through the early 50s? Bowman. And so what I've decided to do now is just make it a 50s Hall of Famer and get all the Bowman cards and all of the Topps cards picturing Hall of Famers. And yeah, I know, I'm about 3 sheets to crazy on that, but what are you going to do? So I got 4 of them here that I got from this same seller. I started just looking, and I love the 50s cards so much. I love all the Topps cards, all the Bowman cards. I really do. There's not a design that I just go, bleh. And I really love the TV cards of 55 Bowman. So this was the last year of Bowman, 55, which is great because it's not the whole decade, and neither is Topps the whole decade. So ironically, even looking at it with including Bowman, it's still the lowest number of cards for any of the decades that I'm working on. I mean, there's only 448 Bowman and Topps cards in the 50s that picture a Hall of Famer, but working on that. I've already got 40% of them, so well on my way. But here's a Phil Rizzuto, 55 Bowman, nicely centered. Well, not nicely centered, but okay centering. It's a 3.5, which is just fine. Nice card. I got a couple of 54 Bowmans here. The first one, Mr. George Kell, pictured with the Red Sox. That's in a nice PSA 5. Very solid collector grade there. Then I got a 54 Bowman Red Schiendienst, also in a 5. Another good collector grade on that card. I love the old flannel uniforms. I mean, in the dog days of summer, those had to be just so bloody hot. I can't even imagine playing baseball in those types of uniforms that they wore back in the 40s and 50s and even into the 60s. But there's a nice Red Schiendienst. And then the last card today is this 52 Bowman. This is an early win. It's a PSA 4, but I thought it was a nice example, and I think I paid literally $10 or $12 maybe for it. So I'm going to be just really on the hunt for these 50s cards, Topps and Bowman now. Really excited to do it, actually. I love these long-term sets. I mean, I'm not in any hurry to finish them. I'm just being patient, loving the hunt. I mean, that's the funnest part anyway, is hunting for cards and looking for stuff. So there you go, guys. That's my mail. Again, thanks to MP Fox for the Christmas gift. Thanks to Andy for being on last night on Open Mic Night. Let me know what you guys think down below. We'll talk to you soon. Keep collecting.